Hey guys, Brian here. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorite Draftkings plays for Week 4. I'm going to try to mention at least one person from each game and tell you who I like the most in GPPs or cash games depending on their price. I'm going to start off with Carolina and Tampa Bay, and Cam Newton is definitely a cash play for me this week. Tampa Bay's defense is suspect. I think he'll be able to run the ball and find his way into the end zone at least once on the ground, maybe once in the air. So I like him in cash games. I think Mike Evans is a trap this week. I don't think he's going to find the end zone, and I don't think he'll catch over 100 yards. So I'm not going to be playing him this week. I'm going to fade him. Going on to the next game, Cecil Shorts is a cash game play for me. I don't think a lot of people will be on him, so I'd play him in a couple of GPPs as well. But for his low price and the amount of targets he's getting lately, I'm gonna have to play him in my cash game lineups. Julio Jones is a GPP player that you can throw in a couple GPPs every week, because when he goes off, he goes big, as he's done so far this year. So you can always put him in a couple. But Cecil will definitely find my cash game. Indy, Luck is definitely a GPP play for me this week. I think he's going to throw the ball to Hilton a little more this week. So Hilton's more of a cash game and GPP play for me. Moncrief would be just like a GPP play only with Luck. Robinson as well would be a GPP play. And for anyone who doesn't know what a GPP is, I'm just talking about like tournaments, aka guaranteed prize pools. So just a heads up for that. Robinson has been getting a lot of garbage time looks lately. He almost had one against the Patriots, just missed. So expect him to get some opportunities late in the game. Cincinnati, I expect AJ Green to go for over 100 again this week and score a touchdown. So him and Dalton will be in quite a few of my lineups this week. Giants, Manning to Beckham is always a viable play when you're in tournaments, because when Eli goes off, Beckham is going off as well. So that's a nice GPP stack. Carlos Williams is a cash game play for me, even if LaShawn is in the game. So I would probably have to fade him if LaShawn's out of the game in tournaments, because his ownership will probably triple if LaShawn's ruled out. But if LaShawn is in the game, I'll still play Carlos Williams in a cash game, just because I know that he's going to be getting at least 12, 13 carries, and I expect him to get in the end zone again and pay off his price tag. My number one running back on the week is Matt Forte, and I will get him into most of my lineups because I think he has the highest floor and the highest ceiling for running backs this week. I think he'll probably touch the ball 30 times this week. He touched the ball 20-something times last week against the Seahawks, and he's just going to shred this Raiders defense to pieces. Amari Cooper on the other side of the ball is going to have a lot of garbage time opportunities, as well as in the beginning of the game. I think that Chicago goes up a little bit, and he'll be able to find the end zone too this week, so I like him. Jordan Reed at tight end is a nice value for his play this week. Philly likes to hurry up and call a lot of plays during the game, which is going to give Reed a couple more touches. So on a regular week, you'd probably see 7, 8 touches in the passing game. I expect him to get probably like 12 looks in this game, so hopefully he can reel in most of those and get over the 100 mark. I don't really think he'll find the end zone because he's been allergic to it lately, but just with his catches alone and his yards, he'll be able to hit value. Melvin Gordon is gonna beast mode this week. I think this is the first week they'll let him run loose with the ball, and I'm hoping that they don't give the ball to Danny Woodhead. Sorry, Danny Woodhead fans. I'm a Patriots fan, so I do like Danny Woodhead as well. But when it comes to fantasy, I want Melvin to get the ball this week. Danny will still get some catches out of the backfield this week. I just hope that they let Melvin run loose with the ball. He's averaged over 4 yards a carry, and I think it's time for them to let him out on this crappy run defense. Green Bay versus San Francisco. There's a lot to love in this game. I feel like it'll be a high-scoring game. Green Bay, Rodgers, Cobb, the usual suspects. San Francisco, Kaepernick always has great games against Green Bay. Two of his biggest games ever has probably come against Green Bay, so for his price in a tournament, I'm definitely going to have to do that a couple times. Can't really hook him up with a specific receiver because he does a lot with his legs, so I wouldn't really try to pair him up with anyone. He's kind of like a Cam Newton, where you can just throw him out there alone, or like Russell Wilson, just throw him out there alone and hope he has that big day where he gets the double bonus and runs for over 100 yards and finds a way to throw for 300 and wins you a lot of money. Next game, Denver's defense is a must-play. I think they're going to shut down AP early. AP is probably going to get like 17 carries for like 40-something yards, 50-something yards, and then they're just going to bring the house and get a couple picks, I think. So I think the defense will find the end zone at least once this game and rack up a couple sacks as well, so they're a nice play for me. Arizona, the coaches announced that Ellington is going to be limited in this game, and Chris Johnson will remain the #1 running back, so I like him for his price, but I wouldn't expect him to go crazy in this game, and I can't really trust that he'll get the 20 carries in this game. I think he might be 14 to like 16 range, and one game isn't going to change the world for me. Chris Johnson has fell off. He is not CJ2K anymore, so I am not going to be playing him in too many games this week. The Fitzy train has stopped for me, and I am hopping off. Father Time will catch up, and I don't think he's going to put up these numbers for the whole season. They will probably learn to shut him down and limit his touches, so I'm going to stay away from him this week. Lance Dunbar, I like him this week. I think he'll hit his value in cash games pretty easy, catching passes out the back, and opposing team has allowed decent amount of running back receiving yards in the past couple games and even last year. So he's in a good spot for me to hit value pretty easily without having to find the end zone or anything. In a Seattle game, I'm really not in love with anyone in this game. Not too sure which way it's going to go. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, so Seattle defense might be a decent play. But if Lynch is in, is he going to be 100%? Is he going to see 20-something carries? You don't really know, so I'm just going to have to fade this game and hope for the best. And that's pretty much it this week, guys. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter at Mr_FanDuel, and I'll answer any questions. Thanks.